Well, good morning. It is 7:45 on a Saturday and I'm awake. I am making tea. This is the tea that I am making. If it will focus. It's not going to. There we go. Yeah. It is the vanilla peach apricot from Tea Chai Te, and it's really delicious and I am looking forward to having that. My husband had to get up at like 6 o'clock this morning to go work out of town all day, and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I'm up and I'm gonna make the most of my day. I'm gonna try to get to the book sale a little after it opens. So it starts at 9 and it's across town, so I'm probably gonna leave here a little after 8:30. And go over there and shop for library books. I need to make a list of some of the things, like there's one book in a random series that I'm looking for that they sometimes have. For the most part, I'm just going to be looking for things, nothing in particular, because that's generally the best way to go into these kinds of things. But I do want to write that down so that if I come across any of those books, I know which ones I have and which ones I don't. And then my husband wants me to pick up, so he plays this game called Battletech, which is like supremely nerderific. Something that he and his dad play. It's like a tabletop game, card game thing. And he also reads the books, but he's read all of them. I think he has all of them, but he told me that if I see any of them for cheap, to pick them all up, because apparently he has a group of people he talks to online and they are all like going around and collecting these Battletech books and donating them to schools, because apparently one guy did that and like they've become the most popular books at this local school, and all these people getting into like nerdy things that weren't into them before. So I support that and I'm happy to help do whatever. So I'm gonna be looking for those too. I'm gonna try to take you along, but I am super easily embarrassed, so we'll see if I actually get up the courage to vlog in public. But yes, so I'm gonna go make my tea, sit down, and maybe read a little bit of my Disney book or watch some more YouTube videos. And then I'm gonna head out to the library book sale, and then I'm probably gonna go run a few other errands. I need to, well, I don't need to go to Sephora, but if I'm gonna be out kind of in that area anyways, I'm probably gonna go to Sephora. I'm also gonna run by and pick up some snacks for cozy reading night, because tonight is the cozy reading night. I'm gonna do everything I can to get back here before 2 o'clock so I can get settled in for cozy reading night, because cozy reading night is actually really like cozy reading afternoon here, because it's from 2 to 5. So yes. And I see my parents haven't actually left yet. They're going to Nashville today, which I think is absolutely insane, because I don't know why you would want to go to any of the cities that are in the 100% eclipse path, because it's supposed to be insane. We are just on the edge of it, so we are gonna get 99.6%, and my company is like closing everything down for an hour and a half so that we can go out and like have an eclipse party on our parking garage. But we're not in the 100% totality, so it's still a little crazy, and I'm planning to leave for work really early on Monday, because it's still supposed to be a lot of people are staying in hotels here, because just about 20 minutes up the road from us in like Spring City and Cleveland have 100% totality. So my husband's actually gonna go up there because he doesn't work until later in the day for it. And yeah, it's eclipse madness has set in. Change of plans. Things change so quickly. I was going to leave here actually in 15 minutes to go out to the book sale, but then I called my parents to see if they'd left yet for Nashville. So now we're going to Waffle House. So I made tea. I better drink it, because Waffle House is definitely not gonna have good tea. So I'm gonna go to Waffle House and get hash browns. And then I'm gonna come back here, get everything rounded up, and go to the book sale. So I'm here, and so it's held at this place called the Eastgate Town Center, which is like, it used to be a mall and then it's basically abandoned, so they do a lot of different things here. I don't know who planned to have this on the same weekend as the Minority Health Fair, because Chattanooga has a Minority Health Fair where it's like all of these different health organizations come out, local hospitals and stuff. They do health screenings. It's a really great event. When I worked for Blue Cross, I was a part of it, and it's huge. I mean, it's massive. People show up in the hundreds, and it takes up the majority of Eastgate Town Center. Well, apparently it's the same day as the library book sale, and I can't exactly figure out which entrance is for the book sale, and it is kind of a cluster. And it's stressing me out a little bit because I get easily overwhelmed by crowds. So, yeah. That was a success. I ended up getting 2 books. The first one, when I saw it, I actually gasped and then grabbed it to my chest, and that is this one, which is The Miniature Wife and Other Stories by Manuel Gonzalez. So this is a short story by the same person who wrote The Regional Office is Under Attack, and I have been meaning to check this out from the library forever, and now I'm like, I bet this is the library copy I was gonna check out. So now it's mine, and I'm very excited about that. The other one I have never heard about is called This Is What I Want by Craig Lancaster. And it just sounded really interesting, like a family saga set in a small, like, Midwestern town around like a carnival or something like that. So this one sounded really interesting. The funny thing, so it's got the little, at the top of it, it has a, you can't see that. It's got, anyways, it's got like a price written in it, which is, usually means it's from this other bookstore in town. But the other funny thing is, it's actually signed by the author. So, yeah, strange. But I read a couple pages in this and liked the writing style, so I thought this would be really interesting. I am now off to Sephora, and then I'm thinking about going to Menchie's, because I've been wanting Menchie's for like a year now, and I'm out here and nobody can tell me no. So I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. Well, I'm glad to be home. Just people today, it's like, I don't understand why drivers honk at other drivers in situations that don't require honking. Like, no one's about to die. You're not sitting at a stoplight, you know, excessively long. Like, why are you honking? I don't need your assistance. Like, I was backing out of a parking lot, or parking space in the Publix parking lot, and like, I checked, nobody, no cars. Back out, I'm backing out, giving myself enough room so that I can pull forward and go, and somebody honks at me. And I looked in the rearview mirror, and they had come like racing up the aisle, and then like are right behind me. Like, did not give me enough continued room to pull out. And then they're honking at me, and I was like, what in the world? So I just sat there and looked at them, and then they just waved like enthusiastically. No one I know, just somebody trying to be a jackass. And then when I pulled forward, they whipped into my parking space, and I was just like, there were like 17 other parking spaces in that parking lot that were like really close. So it was like, people are just ridiculous. Like, I don't understand why people are so impatient. Anyways, so that was just really irritating, and funny, not irritating, but also one of those where I was just like, I need to get home and stay home and just not be around people. I have a license plate that like says something, so it's funny, and people like to comment on it, which, you know, I have the license plate. I think the comments are funny. I like to amuse people. People are always taking pictures of it. Like, I look in my rearview mirror and I see people taking pictures of it, and I'm always amused because I'm like, if I had $1 for every time that somebody took a picture of my license plate, I would have a lot of money, because I've had it since I started driving, so 15, 16 years. So yes. So this car is like, so this car's like driving right beside me, and we had just passed a cop that was like shooting radar, and so I was looking in my rearview mirror like, okay, don't pull me over. I'm not exactly going the speed limit, but I'm not like excessively speeding kind of thing. And then I'm like, why is this car like beside me continuously for now like a minute and a half when there's no sense in that? And I like look over and he has his windows down and he's like waving, and I'm like, what in the hell? And then he like mouths, "I love your license plate," and gives me a thumbs up. And I was like, I just started laughing and gave him the thumbs up, and then he drove off. But I was just like, that is so unnecessary. Like, it's one thing if you're in the parking lot and I'm getting in my car and you're like, haha, your license plate's really funny. It's a totally another thing when you're like driving kind of erratically to tell me my license plate is funny. Like, that's weird and uncomfortable, and I want you to go away. So I'm tired of interacting with humans today. I'm going to curl up on the couch and read and just sort of, you know, just me and the cat today. That's how the rest of my day is gonna go. So in true me fashion, I fell asleep on the couch. So not tome topple, I've been watching YouTube videos obviously. Cozy reading night, it has begun. I have not read anything. I'm really sort of not awake. That's what happens when you get up at like 7 o'clock on a Saturday. Because I feel like this has been an entire day and it's only like 2:30. So I've been really productive. But now I'm like really lazy, and I guess that's okay. But I should probably make some lunch. Got stuff for a salad, so that's probably what I'm going to do. And then I will try to read some stuff. I think I'm going to probably read in this, my Disneyland book. That's just what I've been enjoying and motivated to read. I think I'm going to do that. Cozy reading night ends in like 10 minutes, and I've read, I think, a grand total of 3 or 4 pages. I don't even know what I've been doing for the last 3 hours. Aside from waking up from a nap in the middle of it or at the beginning of it, I haven't done much. I ate some food. I'm eating food again. I read a few pages. It's just been, since I got home, it's been just sort of a lazy day. I did have to go in and add things to my spreadsheet and that kind of stuff. And then I intended to work on some more spreadsheet type things that I want to do. And then I got sidetracked by who knows what. And then suddenly I was watching Disneyland food videos, which is like that's my kryptonite right now, because I'm about to start making bullet journal pages in the next probably couple of weeks with lists of some of the foods I want to try to get to while I'm there, because I don't want to forget about these delicious things that I have heard about through YouTube. If you're at all interested in Disneyland specifically, then I definitely recommend, their video series is called The Wonderful World of Food, but their channel is called Magic Journeys, and they are fantastic. Like, the quality of their videos is amazing, and like they try all kinds of food and they give really good descriptions, and they're like super honest about it. It's great, and I have been really impressed with their channel. I'm getting really excited about eating all of the things, because, you know, half of Disney I feel like is the food. So prepare to spend a copious amount of money on food, because that's basically my life anyways. Making some Red Dragon spiced tea again in this cup I haven't used in a while that says "Home is where my cat is." It's really cute. It's one of my favorite mugs. I just don't use it very often, but I'm using it now. And then I am baking some cookies because I wanted something sweet and I ate all the macarons. So I'm going through my physical TBR list on Goodreads and marking which ones my library has audiobooks of so that I can listen to some audiobooks, because I've decided I think I'm gonna put off Fool's Assassin for now, just because I don't want to get in just like serious Robin Hobb mode and ignore everything else. So I'm gonna put that off for a couple more weeks. But in doing so, I got really tickled because you know how I said that I had meant to check this out of the library a couple of times and I just kept forgetting to do it and just not doing it. And then I was like, haha, I bet this is the copy that I would have checked out. It legitimately is, because I went to my list of like books that I want to check out and now the library lists it as 0 of 0. So I now own the book that I was gonna check out of the library, which for some reason I find just endlessly amusing. All right, well, I am calling it a night. I did read about 50 pages in Trader's Blade and it's getting really good. I can already tell I'm gonna love this, so I'm glad I picked this up because I am wanting to continue with this. So that's what I really needed right now, was something that was like compulsively readable. So this definitely is that. So I'll probably get more of this read tomorrow, a little bit more tonight before I actually fall asleep. But yeah, I'm glad I picked this up because I'm loving it. But I'm gonna get ready for bed now and then go to sleep. It has been a long day. That was ineffective.
Simon, come here, buddy. Simon, come here.
He says no. Simon, the bug's on the ground now. Look.
Simon, you want a treat? No, the toilet paper is not the treat. The bug is the treat. Simon. Okay, no bug for you.